Okay, so just going to do a quick video tutorial of how to use the Magnet Madness asset that I created on Horizon Worlds. It's really simple, basic asset that you can just kind of bring in. So here it is down here. You can find it in, you should be able to find it in the public assets, not during the competition though. Let me just show you, let's bring that in. So for some reason, some weirdness happens with the outlines of the collisions on the wall. I don't know why that happens, but when I play, everything should be fine and in its place. So the idea with this is it's just a kind of push and pull force on the cubes that we've got here on the rounded cubes, but you can use it on any objects, right? So there's some basic kind of instructions down here of like, hey, try to throw the cube. Why not? Let's do it. And you'll see the cubes in there all attract, right? So this is the blue cubes, and there's some instructions here on how to change the properties. So you can up the strength and change the distance, but also change the tag that you put on the object. And then we have over this side the opposite, so the repel. Sometimes this does funny stuff because it just stays on the roof, and other times it just flies away like that because I haven't actually closed it in. But if you were to throw it in here, see if this one does it. Sometimes, yeah, they just kind of fly for a bit. But anyway, just simple stuff. But like even when I did this, I started coming up with ideas how you can make games around this. So thought I'd put it on there. Right, and I've just got saying there you can visit the Magnet Madness world with more ideas in there, but I haven't built that out yet, but I will be. So now if I go back out of this test here, so this is basically when you drop it in, you'll have up here in the top left, the hierarchy, and if you open that down, you'll see everything inside the asset. So you have the Repulsion Manager, which just sits here. It shouldn't do actually, and then the Attraction Manager, which just sits here. Okay, that's strange that they're positioned like that. Attraction cubes. Okay, it gets confused about where they are though. Hasn't doubled them up, has it? No. But it's got the positions wrong. That's really strange. Alright, it might mean I have to go back to the drawing board with that one. No, okay, well they're still there for now, but I can still do the video just showing how to change stuff. So basically you have this Attraction Manager and Repulsion Manager here. So the Repulsion Manager is for the cubes that repel each other. And if you scroll to the bottom down here, you can see this is set to animated and everything, but really the only important settings are the script settings down here. So there's an all cubes Repulsion Manager, which is the script that's attached to this. And so it just enables you to change the distance and then change the strength, right? So if I was to put this at the same as the strength right now, 20, I feel like when I come in, they're all just going to explode everywhere. Yeah, they've all just kind of, that other one that was here is just gone. These have just been pushed to the corners, and that one's just forced into the corner with that one. Wow, okay. Change that. And if we go back to that, we'll change that back to 5. And then the same with this one, although it looked like when I changed that, it changed the other one. So might need a bit of tweaking there. Maybe it's just one manager to control both. Okay, there you go. So you can see when I changed the setting on that one, it just pulled all of the cubes together from a distance. So with this one, again, some game ideas you can have with this would be like, I don't know, you could have a walk the dog type situation where the lead, instead of a cube, you had the lead object and then the dog was tagged, the correct tag, which I'll go over in a second, to have the dog follow the lead. But you can see here, so that's the Repulsion Manager we just looked at, and the Attraction Manager. Let's bring that back down to 5 now. So everything should be back to normal. Right, so we've gone over that, and then here I've just put all the cubes, attraction cubes, in one place. I've got to sort out why it's got that. Everything moved over there when I turned it into an asset. That's really weird. But you can see on here, this basically is a script on these that's just called attractable cube. The script name probably would make more sense to change it, so I'm going to have to do that because it's the same script that's on the red cubes as well. And so when that's on, that's not sort of what's controlling which cube attracts and which cube repels. That's done here. So you've got the tags. I won't go into the script for it because, again, I'm not up on my TypeScript, but with the help of AI, it exists. So yeah, these have attractable cube on them and repellable cube, which that one doesn't need actually. Don't know why that's on there. So all of the attract cubes have the attractable cube underscore cube tag, lowercase. Again, this is something you can change if to something that makes more sense, right? Because if you're using like spheres and different shapes, you don't need it to be called an attractable cube, but you can change that in the manager here. So you can change what the tag is, and as well as the strength and proximity as we went over. And so yeah, this tag, if this tag comes off, then it won't. So if I take this off this, for example, and we play, and then I grab this, and I move over here, it's not going to do anything, but these ones will. But this guy will stay there. Yeah, so I'll put that back on. Yeah, it's a bit awkward with the way it's changed. It moved all of my sort of collisions of things. Well, not collisions. The collisions are on, but it's just getting things in the way. Right, let's add the tag. Or underscore cube. Underscore, I don't know what underscore is. Underscore cube. And then if I go back in, throw it high enough. Then there you go. The cubes do their thing. Also, I put a tip on there. If you grab a cube and run around in circles, it's interesting stuff happens. It is hard to grab the cubes. You can grab them once they've joined together, but it's a bit difficult. So if I start doing that, they start doing some tornado things, and then we're going to start losing some cubes soon. But just a cool little effect there. Yeah, so that's kind of covered how to change the settings in the attraction manager and the repulsion manager, and then you've got your attract cubes. So you could bring in other shapes, and as long as you put the attractable cube script on those shapes, and then just make sure you tag it as attractable underscore cube, or whatever you want to change the name of the tag to in the manager. And then we have the repulsion cubes over this side. It's the same again, they're just using the same attractable cube script, but they just have the tag of repellable cube. And again, you can change the name of the script itself to make it easier, as it doesn't make sense to have it on the repulsion cubes. Yeah, and so that's basically everything in here. The other stuff in here is not really necessary. So you've got the blue cube enclosure and the red cube enclosure. That's just something, the things around it that I've put there to kind of keep everything in one place. And you'll see the glass walls, the kind of transparent walls, are actually just using the text cheat, where you just type an I and then add this alpha code in there. But that's not important for now. So these can kind of basically if you were just using the attraction and repulsion cubes, you'd need the managers and obviously the cubes, but you can create them yourself and call them whatever you want. And so you could get rid of this, right? Both the enclosures and the instructions. And if you already had a floor, the floor as well. And that would actually make, let me do that just to show you, but that would make life easier because it's currently all confusing with all this. Oh, I cannot. Oh yeah, of course, I've got to, yeah, so if you want to delete stuff, then I think you'd have to, yeah, unlink everything in here and sort of, let's see if I do that, unlink. Yeah, there you go. So if you were just to get rid of all of this, then you've just got the cubes, right? The function still changing the location of them. I don't know why it's doing that. Does it update as I? No, it doesn't. Anyway, yeah, maybe someone has a comment on that, why it's doing that. But yeah, so this still has the mechanics going. It's just things are going to go everywhere. It's going to be a bit weird. I don't know why that one's in shadow there, but yeah. But also you'll notice the cubes don't interact with each other. So it's just the red cubes will react with other red cubes and the blue cubes will react with other blue cubes. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. And as I said, I'm going to be creating a Magnet Madness world where I can show some examples of different game ideas you can create with this mechanic. Thank you for watching, and hope you have fun with this if you get a chance to use it. Bye-bye now.